Okay, so in previous lecture we worked on checkbox. We have transformed default checkbox into modern and beautiful one. And as we said, we have to move on and style button and second part of form container, which is header. We have already selected button element in the last lecture, so let's go ahead and add some more styles to it. First of all, increase its width, make it 150 pixels. Then create some padding on top and bottom, right 8 pixels. As for left and right sides, use 5 pixels. I'm going to get rid of default background color. Let's change it, make transparent. Then change color of text. Let's use here white color. Also, I want to change default border by custom one. Let's write here 2 pixels, solid, with white color. Next, let's make button slightly rounded using border radius with the value of 50 pixels. And also I want to remove default outline, right, outline none. Alright, so as you see, button is looking already good. I want to add here some more styles in order to make it better. Let's change font family. In this case, I'm going to use font Roboto Condensed and sans serif. Let's increase font size, make it 15 pixels. Create some space between letters, right, letter spacing 1 pixel. Then make letters uppercase using text transform uppercase. And lastly, change type of cursor, make it pointer. Alright, that's all about button, it's styled, and now we have to move on to header. Before we start styling header, I want to move down X button. Actually, I'm going to place it after bottom right corner of form container. So let's select it using class name xbtn. Then make its position as absolute. So as we said, I need to place it after bottom right corner. So let's define bottom position and assign to it value -6%. And then write right position with the value 1%. Alright, by the way, before we go back to header, let's finish styling this button. Increase font size, make it 23 pixels. Then make it bolder using font weight bold. Change color. Let's use here color 262626. And lastly, change cursor type as pointer. Alright, so X button is ready. Let's go back to header. First of all, I'm going to define width of header as 50% because I want it to take up half of entire form container. Then I would like to use image as a background of header. So in URL, let's insert path of image, right, images folder and image called bg2.jpg. Then define background position as center. Also write no repeat. And then use background size property with the value color. Alright, with background we are almost done. I want just to add linear gradient as a direction of color transition. Let's use to top. Then write RGBA. Use here black color, write 000 with opacity 0.4. As for second color, let's use again black color, write RGBA 000 with opacity 0.2. And lastly, let's add some shadow on the left side of header, write box shadow. Actually, when you want to create shadow going to the right side, then you have to insert negative value, let's say minus 10 pixels. As a second value, write 0, then 30 pixels. And as a color, write RGBA 000, opacity 0.3. Okay, so header is ready. We have to move on and style heading. Let's select it, right? Header H1. At first, let's take care of its position. Let's assign to it position absolute. And then, in order to manage its layout according to parent element, let's define for header position relative. So I want heading to be placed a little bit down from top edge of container, and also I'm going to center it horizontally. For that, let's define top position as 15%. And then, in order to center it, again, use left position and transform. As a left position, write 50%, and then transform. In this case, we need translate with X direction, and insert argument minus 50%. Alright, so as you see, heading is placed where we wanted it to be positioned, but text itself is not centered. Let's fix that using just text align center. Alright, so with position of element everything is done. Let's just add some more styles to it in order to look at it a little bit better. Change color, make it white. Then set font family as Oswald sans serif. Increase font size, right, 40 pixels. Then make text uppercase. And also create some space between letters, right, letter spacing 1 pixel. Alright, that's it. We have finished styling form container. It's looking good and I hope you like it. Now it's time to add some JavaScript to our project. Actually, using JavaScript will give some functionality to banner button and also to that closing X button. In order to do that, let's move on to the next video.